Are you listening? Damn.
Another episode of Trash Talk. I'm Damian Hill. With me, as always, is TJ O'Connor. Tonight we have Sean McPadden after a very victorious LFA 77 performance. How are you feeling after a performance like that?
I feel great. I came out relatively unscathed. I took a couple nice elbows to the left side of my face, but ice has healed me up pretty quick. And, I'm back in the gym tomorrow and ready to get going for whatever's next.
Man, yeah, you still look good.
That's what I was going to say.
I always look good. That's never.
That's what I was going to say. Is, for the people that are watching that didn't understand what Damian said, he fought 48 hours ago and looks like, he's just waking up here, ready to go. Sean, it was a great performance. He looked great. It was a rematch. We talked about that leading up to the fight here. The first fight, predominantly a grappling match. The bell rang. He came at you throwing punches. You were able to use your footwork a lot in the first round. Was that something you expected him to do, coming out throwing punches like that, or?
I thought it was going to be a more of a wrestle-heavy attack from him, actually. So it did kind of surprise me, caught me off guard. Zach came to fight, dude.
Yeah.
And kudos to him. He came to fight, and I think I got hit a couple times with an overhand right, but I was able to roll off everything, and nothing really fazed me at all. I can't recall a shot where I was like, that's like a ton of trouble. Short
what
of
about the nut shot.
Okay, no, you're right. Dude, all right. Every single one of my fights, so like 15, 16, I've been kicked in the nuts and kneed in the nuts before. I've never been lifted up by my cup like that. It's literally in the middle of the fight, or it was like 30 seconds in. He hits me with that shot, and I was like, oh, I'm like covering up, hands up. Travis finally steps in. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, okay. 1, 2. Okay. I think they're all there. We're good. And I'm like, I'm taking some time, and all I can hear is, and my two tables were funny. The two tables that I sold, were sitting right next to the cage, and they're all kind of like bantering with me as I'm sitting there trying to shake the balls out. But that was terrible. And and just so everybody knows, like, I know I hit him back in the nuts. Like, it must have been like a minute or something like that later. It was not intentional.
Yeah,
it felt good, but it wasn't intentional.
Yeah, at least consciously, maybe subconsciously. No,
subconsciously, a man can control so much. What can I say?
I'm just messing with you anyway. Like, we know you're a clean fighter, as with him. I think it was accidentally on both sides, but it just reminds me of one of the things that my coach James Clark had said to me, because there was a fight back at I think I was still an amateur at the time, where somebody got kicked so hard in the nuts that their cup cracked. Yeah. Like, it was broken, and we're like, what the hell? And the fight couldn't continue. I mean, hopefully that went without saying. And after that, my coach started ordering, he ordered 12 steel nut cups. Like, just paranoid now that it might happen.
Dude, that's why once you go diamond, you never go back.
Yeah.
What everybody says. I've been kicked in the nuts by Bobby Lee about as hard as he can, switch kick inside. I was good. Good-ish, but
good. As good as you could be.
But yeah, dude, like, once you go diamond, like, you never go back. Diamond MMA, sponsor me.
Let's say that's a great plug, and obviously it did help you out. You were able to obviously continue from the low blow there. The fight continues. Great footwork. Your movement, I feel like, is one of the better aspects of your game. You're never in a bad position. Fast forward to the second round, you land a clean shot early, go in for the finish, grab the neck. You talked to us before the fight. You're always anticipating a finish. But, was this something that you seen going down that way, or how'd you see it playing out before the fight?
Let's rewind it actually back to the first round. So right away, that first kind of grappling exchange we got into, he was extremely tight and rigid, and I was surprised by the amount of strength he had in that clinch, but I could also tell with that rigidness how hard he was squeezing immediately. Mm-hmm. So right away, I was like, all right, we're going to the body. We're going to lots and lots of body work. And you saw that in the clinch. I mean, we probably spent a solid 3 minutes working in the clinch and then another minute with me on top of him. So I landed a lot of body shots, and my knees are no joke. I mean, the Huntley fight obviously is a great example of that. I mean, when I hit people with knees, they just touch you differently. You know, I know how to really dig in there and just suck all your energy out. And I remember, I mean, I went down, or after I got that takedown or reversal off of my failed takedown. Boy, I got to work wrestling. But yeah, after I reversed that position and got back on top, I could tell how exhausted he was. And that's where I ended up landing like 4 or 5 really big shots that he was kind of faded, I think, going into that second round a little bit. And I mean, that's why you guys saw, and I was golden. I mean, I was told to sit on the stool between rounds. I was like, nah, I don't need that. I mean, everybody knows, like, I said this in my pre-fight. When I come to fight, I come ready to fight 12 rounds, not 3 rounds, not 5 rounds, not 8. I come ready to fight 12 rounds. So I'll fight my guy, I'll fight both of his corners and a couple of his fans, and then I'll call it a night. For all of them, I'm game to do it.
Yeah. Well, I think that goes without saying. I mean, with all the recent activity that you've been having with your fights, and then the fact that you're looking for another fight right away. We seen TJ brought it up before we started recording, how you made the post earlier today, how you had a good day. You were eating some good food, surrounded by some good people. But, man, do you need a fight?
Man, I need a fight. But there's some big things in transition for me right now, and hopefully those are finalized by the end of the week. And I can hopefully come on again and share some of those things later on once they're finalized and everybody's been informed and stuff like that. But that's all a good time. Yeah, man, big moves are being made right now. I'm just trying to grow that inner circle and expand in, with the right people around me.
I know we touched on it a little bit in the previous interview, but how is the cross training? You said surrounding yourself with the right people and everything. I'm just like, you're working with a lot more people now. You've already been working with some people that know you and have been around you and been able to help mold and shape you. You know, how's it been working the transition, working with the new camp? Obviously, you came out victorious this past weekend, but just how's it been going? Do you have any gym stories? I mean, the ones that are okay to tell, because you know there's a code for the fighters or the people that don't know. There's a code when it comes to the gym.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the funny locker room stories, like this who walked past you and farted that one day, like, you know, that type of stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Dude, the new camp. I mean, I'm definitely splitting time between the academy and McCoon's. And shout out to the academy this weekend. We went 5-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had 3 LFA wins. We had Troy Jones Jr. I mean, if you did not catch that fight, dude, just that man. Like, sparring with him is like wrestling with your dad when you're a kid. Like, it's crazy how good he is and how technical, and like it's a different level of striking. He's world class for sure. Then we had another guy on the Muay Thai team go down to Kansas City and get a good TKO win too. So I'm surrounded by phenomenal. I mean, and hard work pays off, and this is a great camp that shows it. You know, I won, Stebbins won, and Grandpa Dame won with a cracked rib going into the fight, and he pulled off that win. Oh yeah, no, that last 3 weeks was not fun for him. It was very short and, you know, train as we can. So it was tough for him, but man, you know, he showed up and he won his fight. It wasn't pretty, but he made it work.
Yeah.
I totally forgot the question and I totally got sidetracked.
That's pretty much it. I mean, like, I think that transitions into, I mean, speaking of his mentality for 3 weeks, having a cracked rib or whatever, I'm just like, that's a lot. And then the strengths, I feel like injuries, watching your teammates fight through injuries strengthens the mentality of their other teammates, just because I know that he's been through this and he didn't quit, you know? And it's just like, now all I'm feeling is like I'm tired at practice. Well, shit, he has a cracked rib and he's not stopping. You know what? I'm gonna do some extra push-ups and extra sit-ups today. You know, I'm like I'm feeling all right.
Hey,
and it starts to strengthen.
We all made weight the same weight. Well, sure. I mean, Stebbins was 10 pounds less, but we all made weight right on the dot. No excuses. Like that shows how hard we work there. I mean, day in, day out, Monday through Friday, everybody shows up, everybody grinds, and there's some big things coming out of that camp that y'all will hear about, shortly enough in good time.
I'm anticipating it, dude. Now dude, I can't wait. Like, I don't want to know until we're talking live on the show. Like,
good,
just let me know when it's finalized, and I'll call you right then, and we'll get it done.
All right. Hopefully, like I said, by the end of next week, I'll be able to share a little bit more. But as of right now, it's the paperwork is yet to be signed.
Okay. Yeah, but like Damian said, it's an open door policy. Whenever that whenever you need to break that news, we're always here for you. Sean, I mean, this was a great performance. You mentioned training with a great Cam. Everybody made weight. Everybody's professional. You're 3-0 now. You're looking for a fight here quick. Is there anything that you have in mind? Are you looking to fight here by the end of the year, or?
Oh yeah, I'd like to fight. Ideally, November, late January, early February, and then looking for something. Depending on when I get that call from the Contender Series, because it's gonna happen. I mean,
oh hell yeah,
you can't you can't overlook me. I mean, I'll be at that point. I'm gonna be 5-0 to start next year. I'll be 5-0 with 5 finishes. I promise that. Yeah, I'm good everywhere. Okay, I'm getting my brown belt October 19th. My grappling's there. My wrestling only gets better. And I mean, if I didn't show enough of it, my striking is clinical. Okay.
Yeah.
I got sharp boxing, and I didn't even get a chance to get my kick game going because he was coming forward so heavy, and I wanted to kind of avoid those wrestling exchanges as much as I possibly could. Because, I mean, it showed. Once I started to lay the hands on him, hit him with that right uppercut, check left hook, drop them, and then, I mean, the finish was me just taking my time. I mean, I knew I had him. He's a deer in the headlights, and a couple of pop shots, he rolled right over and gave me the choke, and that was it. I mean, I don't think when I hit him with that check left hook, I don't think it was like the big shot, but it was just that accumulation of strikes. I'm not somebody who has like these crazy heavy hands who's going to go out and knock people out. But what I am going to do is I'm going to hit you 1,000 times. I mean, when you fight me, it's death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep chipping at you. And I got a diamond chin, and I'm Irish.
Yeah.
We love to get hit. I don't know what it is. Hit me, and I'm gonna just hit you more. Like I love doing it. I mean, I love to fight. This is what I do. This is how I want to live my life.
Yeah. You spoke on it earlier about your knee game, and you just said that you're not one of these guys that will lay you out with one punch. But I definitely think your knees and your placement of your knees, because there was one time, I don't know if you remember it. We were at the Valhalla combat show, and we were just messing around right after the fighter meeting, and you came up and you clinched me, and you just like pretending to throw a knee, like you didn't throw it hard at all, but like you touched me right there. I'm like, oh shit, if he would have threw that, I'd be done. Like that, it was, I knew it was the right spot, and I'm going down, and it's like and we've seen it. What was it, your second pro fight where you finished it with the knee in the first or second?
Yeah, that was probably the hardest knee I've ever hit anybody with in my life. I remember hearing the contact of it, and I knew it was done there and then. But what can I say? I just know where to put certain things, if you know what I'm saying. No, I got that.
The luck of the Irish. I think that's talent. That's hard work, and that's hard work and timing, man. I know you practice that a lot. You had to just know where to do it, even when you're just messing around demonstrating, because it shook me. I'm like, oh shit.
I have worked that left knee to the liver, like, I don't know, it's right cross, left knee to liver, like all day long. I mean, I've dropped guys who are 250, 260 through a thick belly pad. So I mean, I know how hard that shot is for me, and if I land it clean, it's game over. I mean, it's I impale you with my knee, and people just can't take that.
Oh yeah.
There are some guys who can take shots to the head like none other. The body will give every single time. That is a promise. Doesn't matter how, stone cold, crazy.
Eventually it's going to go. You touch an organ.
Oh, yeah. You just keep touching and touching and touching. I'm going to hit something right. So, I mean.
I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn the hard way from Robert Brandt. Oh, him and I were in a boxing match, and I was one of those guys like, oh, body shots don't hurt. Body shots don't hurt. I'm going as hard as I can, throwing to his head. And he's like, oh, really, Damien? Slips my punch, goes right to the body. Boom, I hit the canvas. I'm like, oh, okay, you got me. You got me. I slipped. Trying to tell myself that it wasn't the body shot. I come back out there again, and I go right back down. He hits me in the same spot. I'm like, fight's over. I can't continue. It was just – and after that, I started going to the body. I was like, yeah, Robert Brandt convinced me. He convinced me.
Dude, I couldn't even – I mean, I've been hit by D'Angelo Curtis, and I know D hits hard to the body, but Brandt is an even different level. Like, I mean, Brandt's world class. I think he's like top 10 in the world right now for his weight class.
Yeah. He just lost the world title. I'm like, man, I still have a calcium deposit in the upper, like my lower rib from where he hit me in the body. I mean, like it was low. He didn't even contact my rib. Oh my God, it was bad. I felt it went from the right side of my body up through my neck from the left side. Like I felt the force just go through.
Dude, I know exactly what you mean. You can literally feel the shifting of your organs with the contact. It's like, that's not okay, man. Like, mess your world up, real like something fierce.
Yeah, body shot's one of those things that it'll hit you, and in your head you're thinking, stay up, stay up, stay up, and your legs just give out.
Yeah, I've been hit with shots where I'm like, I'm good. I'm gonna take a knee.
Yeah,
I gotta take a knee.
That's the thing about a deadly body shot is there's about a 1-2 second delay that most people won't understand, and that's why I think that's why, especially in boxing, you'll see guys talk shit when people go down to body shots because they'll hit them and they'll stand there for a second and then go down. It's like, oh no, he's just trying to find. It's like no. That just takes about a good fucking 2 seconds for your brain to realize what just happened, my friend.
The shock, like quite literally the shock your body gets, like, I mean, your body obviously absorbs it, and then that shock that goes into your head is just like it shuts everything down. When that happens, I mean, I heard a great line: fatigue makes cowards of us all.
Everybody.
Yep.
And
that's the cat you were warning us about.
Yeah, I knew he was.
What's your favorite submission? We just went over the knee. I don't know if that's your favorite, but you said that you like it a lot and you train it a lot and timing and everything with it. What's your favorite submission?
Favorite submission, man. I love my leg attacks. I really do.
Yeah.
But if I had my favorite submission that I've actually pulled off in competition, or like my favorite submission that I've gotten in like a roll or something like that.
Let's go with the one that you've gotten first, and then your favorite in general.
So my favorite submission that I've gotten in competition would probably be I've gotten a go-go plata.
Nice.
To competition.
Versus a
guy who had like 30 pounds on me. And I think I was like 17 at the time. And I like looked at my coach and he's like, bro, you're a white belt. Calm down. who is
like,
this?
What YouTube video are you watching?
Yeah, straight up. That's exactly what it was like. It was like, all right, we got to go back and work armbar basics again. But apparently you can do a go-go plata. Cool. Probably my favorite submission and something I hit constantly in the gym, like constantly, is a tornado back take roll into a calf slicer, if that makes sense at all. So I'll usually get a hook in from like a wrestling ride, and then I roll over my opposite shoulder into a calf crane. So that's
okay.
Submissions, and I've been doing it since I was a very young blue belt. So, and then I used to play a lot of lockdown, so I'd go electric chair sweep into tornado back roll from half guard, and then into that calf crank too. So I got
what do your training partners think of that? No.
They absolutely hate me for it because it's so sneaky. I mean, and I've gotten a lot of black belts in that submission alone because it's very sneaky. You can hit it a lot of different angles, but yeah. Otherwise, I mean, if I'm looking at basic submissions, Kimura's dude. If I get a hold of it, I'm like a pit bull on a stick. I just don't let go. Dude, I mean, I've had some big dudes in Kimura, and I just follow it, and eventually I get in a position. I create a little bit of dead space where they can't, use that shoulder strength on me. I rip it out, and that's the show.
Yep.
So and like I said, I'm a very well-versed grappler. I'm gonna be a brown belt come October 19th under a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion. My credentials are real.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been in this game a long time, and I'm only getting better.
Oh yeah, you proved it with your performances, and you continue to prove it with your performances. I can only imagine what's going to be in the future.
When it's showtime, I show up. Okay? I'm like Britney Spears in the cage. Okay, show, and I don't care who you are. You're gonna want to watch the fireworks.
Hell yeah! Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I've said it multiple times on this show. I feel like you're probably the most well-rounded prospect coming out of this state in the last couple of years, and I couldn't be more excited to see. And just talking to you here, just your mindset, the where you're at as far as how you think about this. I mean, Denzel said it best: "The shit's chess; it's not checkers." And I feel like you really get to understand that.
Yes, sir, absolutely. I mean, and like I said before the Burroughs Nash fight, I mean, this is the train is coming through and it's not stopping. Either get on or get the fuck out of the way. That's just plain and simple. Like I'm gonna be lining up fights here left and right, and like I said, the Contender Series will call me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They will.
I will not be ignored. Okay, this is my year, and I'm gonna make sure everybody knows it, nationwide, international wide. I mean, people are gonna know who Sean Lucky Stribby is by the end of next year. I guarantee you that.
Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be good. All right, I mean, it's gonna be a good year. The ending this year is gonna be good, and next year is gonna be good as well, dude. Oh my god, I can't wait.
Well, I mean, this year I'll be probably 4-0 as a pro, and then next year I'll be UFC. So I couldn't agree more. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I can't wait for when you're at that stage. I'm like, hey, you guys, I interviewed this guy. I interviewed him.
Even when I'm in the UFC, this is way too much fun. I love it. Dude, I played hockey for 14 years. Talking trash is like a lifestyle for me. I got to do this. I mean, this is what I live for.
Yeah, no, we love having you on. I mean, definitely always fun to talk to, and I like that your plan here, that new avenue that is the Tuesday Night Contender Series. I feel like your style is perfect for that show. I feel like you have the path laid out here, and I know you're going to put the work in to follow it. Sean, I appreciate all your time here tonight. Like we spoke about a little bit earlier, when you are able to finalize and break that news, please let us know. I mean, you can go ahead. I mean, no one watches this show anyways. You can just tell us now. We're just talking on Skype anyways.
I'm
just kidding.
Yeah.
But again, sir, kudos. That was a great performance this last Friday night, and I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us.
Yeah, thanks. I do want to give a couple of shout-outs real quick. Thank you again to Kenyon Law Firm, Accelerated Chiropractic, Hong Thai Maple Grove, best Thai food in Minnesota, if not the world. I'm just throwing it out there. If you haven't been there, probably should go there like 5 times like I like to. So it's a weekly trip. What can I say? It's just written down in the budget. Lock-in Fitness, Ben Lock-in helped me out with my nutrition. And I mean, I look big in there. Okay, there was nothing. I look big compared to Burroughs Nash, and it showed. I mean, those takedowns are pretty easily denied, and the one takedown he did get, I stood back up and I reversed position pretty easily. A little bit of strength, a lot of technique, but still, the weight cut was as easy as it's ever been. And My girlfriend will tell you that too. And then lastly, I want to give a big shout out to Training House right here. I was working with Luke Rudberg this camp with my strength and conditioning, and again, that showed. I mean, we fought a pretty hard first round, and man, I wasn't even breathing heavy. I was having fun come the second round. I mean, ain't no thing but a chicken wing, right? I mean, just like, all right, cool. Round 1's done. Let's go have fun for round 2. Like, back for seconds. I'm just trying to eat. But other than that, thank you again to the Academy and all the fabulous partners I have there. Thank you to McCoon's Martial Arts and all the fabulous partners I have there. I mean, that's all the shout outs I got. And again, thank you to you guys for having me on and letting me talk that trash.
Man. And anytime, I'm making it known right now, open door policy. You text Damien or me, we'll get this set up anytime.
And man, I'm going to become a partner in this venture here pretty shortly. I don't know if you want that. You know me. I'm a talker.
Yeah. We'll have a weekly special or a weekly episode with you.
Yeah.
Catching up with McPadden.
With McPadden. Lucky in his charms.
Hell yeah.
That's perfect.
All right, boys. Thanks for having me on. Y'all have a good night.
You as well, sir.
You too. Thank you, brother.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.